5 minutes in, and I'm thinking, yep, absolutely going to script. We're going to get this game over and done with nice and early, bring on the kids and give ourselves a nice rest before the next match on Sunday. But then I remembered that I actually support Tottenham Hotspur, and we've been doing it the hard way since 1882. And so there is no surprise that we can dominate a game all the way through and still end up not having any end product and causing ourselves all sorts of trouble. Now, let's be fair, that team, I can't say the name, were very stubborn. They were very well organised. They came with a game plan, and the game plan was to stop us controlling the game in their third. And to be fair, they did. Apart from the one, bit of magic from Son to set Lamella up, we were really kept at a distance. Lots of huff, lots of puff, but no end product to see us through. And of course, when it's 1-0, there is always the opportunity for the other team to pull out a piece of magic the way that they did, and then start us panicking big time. And so we then have to start calling upon some of the big guns to come and dig us out of that hole that we've just got ourselves in. So ultimately, it still ends up as us relying on Son and Kane to do what they do to get us through this very difficult tie. You're always going to have big players that contribute and make a difference. And I think that we're in no different position. And when you've got a team that's, let's face it, currently unbeaten up until today in their own league, whilst it may only be in Macedonia, it's still their own league. So they must have something about them to be able to keep that record. And these guys have been in this position in the last 7 seasons, I believe. I honestly don't believe that there's ever easy games. I mean, I can remember in the 80s watching, England playing, these football nations, these minnows, and expecting, to absolutely hammer them. That's not the same anymore. Nowadays, the professionalism and the work behind the scenes to get these footballers to be as good as they are is far superior than it ever was. So I don't think you can just walk into any other ground and just go smash. We're gonna bury this team 6, 7, 8-0. That's not the case anymore. I think every player will raise their game when they're playing against a bigger team, whether it be Tottenham or anybody else. So I think, our expectation that it was going to be an easy rollover was more wishful thinking than actual logic, to be fair. But there is still some positives that come out of that game. Ndombele playing a full 90 and really controlling the game and looking, even at the end of the game, looking like he had a lot left in the tank is really pleasing to see. Lamella, I felt, had a good game. I thought he played fairly well. He grabbed the goal and took it really, really well. Had a few other opportunities. Bergwijn getting involved an awful lot. I felt, he ran and worked his socks off. But of course, at the end of the day, the star of the show is always going to be, Sonny. Jose didn't feel that he was man of the match on Sunday against Southampton, which I agreed with. But I certainly think he was the man of the match today. He set up 2 goals, scored a goal. You can't ask for much more from him than that. So he continues his hot streak that he's going through. We pick up the win and we carry on for the next round next week, I believe. So at the end of the day, a win's a win. We take it, we move on, and hopefully we build at the weekend with a good game against Newcastle. Let's see how we get on. Up the Spurs.